The past, a word that means different things to different people. For some, it's the nostalgic bliss of hanging out with the boys. To others, the remembrance of the first loss of romantic innocence. And to me, the moment you subscribe, you feel me? But in all seriousness, what happens when the past isn't a source of happiness, but a trauma that continually drags someone down in life? How do you overcome this stumbling block? Noelle Silva from Black Clover answers this question. And today we will cover the art of overcoming the traumatic past through one of anime's greatest examples, the arrogant noble who became a Black Clover fan favorite and one of Asta's many. Welcome to Noelle Silva. Before we dig deep into how Noelle overcame her past, we must understand the realities of the death grip our past can have in our present. The famous Oprah Winfrey once stated, "We cannot become what we need to be by remaining what we are." The reason why so many people cannot overcome their past is that they still identify with it. In their mind, there is no separation in their past experience versus their current reality. For instance, Miyamoto Musashi, a wandering swordsman who seeks to become invincible under the sun as a way to get back at his father who abused Musashi due to his lacking strength. Musashi spent most of his life attaining strength and ruthlessness as a way to get back at his father. It was only when he let go did he truly understand the meaning of strength. Or Naruto Uzumaki, a boy who was outcasted by his village for inheriting the nine-tailed spot demon and sought to become the Hokage in retaliation, but instead learned the meaning of true forgiveness, friendship, and leadership. When the past is something painful, many spend large amounts of their life hyper-focused on their struggles. Noelle is no exception, and we can see that in the first time we are introduced to Noelle as a character. She first enters the Black Bulls as an arrogant noble, looking down on commoners, for her to only be treated the same way in her own family. A lineage of highly skilled nobles who have become magic knights, the Silver Royal bloodline. But Noelle cannot even control her magical powers. This outcasts her from her family. Because of this, she trains to no end and fears ridicule due to the abuse she's experienced from her siblings. This trauma response manifests whenever her magic goes out of control. It's only when Asta and the Black Bulls encouraged her did she break this. A friend is one that knows you as you are, understands where you have been, accepts what you have become, and still gently allows you to grow. A quote by the famous William Shakespeare. A huge reason why someone cannot overcome their past can typically be the company they keep around. The famous saying, "Show me a man's friend and I will show you his future." In order for things to change, you must change the people around you. This change in social setting can change one's self-concept. Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. His entire life he was bullied and made fun of for being quirkless, but after befriending the #1 hero All Might and many others, did he obtain the confidence to stand up to childhood bullies like Bakugo and pursue his dream of becoming a hero. Also Asta. He could have fallen into despair for being magicless, but his childhood friend Yuno believed in him deeply. This helped Asta awaken his abilities to attract the 5th Leaf Clover Grimoire. Noelle, someone who was viewed as a lost cause when it came to controlling her magic. When the Black Bulls were tasked with obtaining the magic stone from the ancient water temple, Yami, the Black Bulls captain, required her to learn a new spell that would allow them to reach this temple. Fully convinced by her past, had no faith in herself, but after encouragement from Asta and the Black Bulls, did she learn how to control her magic at a higher level and obtain a new spell. Water creation magic, Sea Dragon's Cradle. And it didn't just stop there, because in that same art, she unlocked another spell, one that was a shift from the more defensive type spells with a more aggressive kick to it. Water creation magic, Sea Dragon's Roar. This new confidence through the encouragement of others created a new sense of self-worth, which let her enter the most underrated and obvious step in overcoming her past, facing it head on. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. Eleanor Roosevelt, previous First Lady. It is not enough to disengage with your past. Only when you obtain apathy or neutrality can you look in the rearview mirror and not be intimidated, facing it head on. Kakashi Hatake is a prime example of this. He felt an extreme sense of guilt for breaking his promise with his late friend Obito Uchiha, killing the comrade he swore to protect Rin, and he was forced to see his failings when he reconnected with Obito during the 4th Great Ninja War. Although initially intimidated, he defeated Obito in one-on-one combat, or TSUNADE, link in the description for that video, living in resentment to the Ninja War for the death of her little brother and lover. When she became Hokage, she accepted to look back at those memories and still have faith in the ninja world, especially Naruto. When Noelle came to her eventful moment, she didn't just look her past in the face, but ran to look deep within its eyes. During the Royal Knight selection exam arc, Noelle, Yuno, and that other guy no one cares about for real, was going against Solid's team, Noelle's older brother. Instead of letting Yuno take the vanguard or front lines to handle the opposition, Noelle insists on taking Solid on. The same man who ridiculed, bullied, and verbally abused Noelle her entire life. And when they crossed on the battlefield, this happened. Noelle didn't just get her get back, she took a major step in overcoming the traumatic past she once endured. But where she truly overcame it was when she chose to embrace herself instead of holding on anymore. Owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing that we'll ever do. Brienne Brown. What makes a traumatic past such a stumbling block is that it stands in direct opposition to the idea of loving ourselves. Whenever we have the need to do so, the thought of the past or the physical manifestations of that past can arise and destroy any attempts of a positive self-concept, making the final stage of leaving your past embracing yourself in the present. This allows you to create true distance from what was to what is, to be guilt-free from the logic of self-hatred. For instance, Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia. What made his fight with Midoriya from the sports festival so powerful is in the heat of battle, he let go of the guilt from using his left side, the flame side of his ice flame quirk abilities. He was able to embrace himself after letting go of what he represented for his mother. Or Simon the Digger from Gurren Lagann. After losing his older brother Kamina, he admitted that he is not his older brother, he is Simon the Digger, not seeing the faults in himself, but understanding he is different from his older brother, and that's okay. During the Elf reanimation arc, Noelle is accompanying the royal squad of older brother Nozel and Nebra. After finally being acknowledged for her growth by Nozel and seeking to protect her family from the elf, she attained a new spell, one that allows her to move freely in mana and boost power immensely. Water creation magic, Valkyrie dress. In the end, Noelle teaches us a valuable lesson through her struggles with being ridiculed by her family, to creating meaningful bonds that can bring you out of despair and facing her fears head on and embracing who she is. Noelle's character reveals what it means to truly overcome your past, but most importantly, that we all have the power to shape our future. However, that's my analysis. If you want to see more Black Clover content, check out my MEREOLEONA video. Let me know down in the comments who y'all want me to cover next. Once again, my name is AOI-KUN and this is my synopsis.
I do, so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move, so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being